Hey Tubes, how's she hanging? Holy frickin' crap, it's windy here today. We had a line of rain come through this morning. It's probably going to hear wind noise here for a second. We had a line of rain come through this morning. Ooh-wee, it was a big feller. Holy cow. If that would have been snow, whew, I would have sucked. If you don't like snow, it would have sucked. If you like snow, it would have been awesome, but me so much, I'm not too crazy on snow. Used to be until I had to work in it and shovel it and move it, and yeah, I don't like it so much now. But anyways, wicked winds come after this too, and they're still blowing around everywhere. Funniest thing ever happened yesterday. Funeral yesterday. I didn't do a video for you. That was Thursday. Just wicked busy because I had to dig one for Friday, which is today, and do that one today too, so I didn't get a chance to do any video stuff. But anyways, funniest thing ever, these oak trees, this one here and there's one near the back, both exactly the same precise time started to shed. It was really weird, and maybe they do that every year. I've never really noticed, but this year I'm like, wait a minute, that one's losing too. Wait a minute, what's going on here? That's weird. So yeah, they're both going down, and I can still hook up my sucker machine if the wind doesn't blow them away. It's actually calmed itself down a little bit now, which is good because it was really windy before, and of course, you know, right when we're doing a funeral out there, it was just blowing like crazy. So anyways, today's project is busting off nut. We'll say busting off nut, or busting something, I don't know. I was thinking of unhooking this and hooking my other rod that we're working on into here and using that as, like, you know, the so we could take the nut off. But I'm like, probably not a good idea, because this thing is meant for stress and pressure this way, not this way. So if I put that rod on there and start twisting, it's gonna make that bracket twist, snap, it would break that, I think. So had to think up another way. So inside the garage here, I got a little something set up, although so far yet I don't think it's gonna work. I'll show you why. Let's go have a look. Okay, so in my big press, I just got the two plates kind of squishing together. It's not hurting nothing there. There is a bushing inside of that, but it's inside of the casting, so it shouldn't hurt nothing there. I haven't got her down to like 5,000 ton either. It's only probably pushing maybe half a ton. It's not really that tight. Anyways, and then we got the Dewey out here, of course, with the big nut still here. Big nut, and this is, what is this size? Inch and 5/8 nut on that feller. So, of course, I can't put enough pressure on that. So that's not good. So I thought, okay, well, let's get a bar. Put a bar out here. Okay. So that gives me more leverage I can feel. It feels like it's going to break that, though. That's giving me more leverage, but now I'm having a little bit of trouble with, watch, yeah, let's watch down here. So if I start levering on here, oh, that's no good. So that thing's not bolted to the floor, of course. So, I got thinking, well, what about a little more leverage, which probably isn't going to do anything anyways, but I was thinking a little more leverage. Don't take up my light. A little more leverage and maybe get her closer. That does put a lot more torque on it, but it takes like no effort for me to tip this thing over here, so I'm like, ah, crap. So that sort of sucks. Now I got another game plan, but I gotta set her up. Hang on a sec here. Well, I thought, you know what? I got a piece of machinery sitting out there. Let's use its weight as a hold down. Hopefully this is going to hold it. I don't know. But anyways, here we go. I'm going to start right with the big bar, I think, here. I'm probably going to end up breaking this ratchet. I wouldn't doubt it. He's a little more solid, but not great. Oh, she's turning, boys. She's turning or breaking. No, I think she's turning. Holy frig. I think she turned. Yeah, I think. A little bit of oil in behind the piston here too. That's interesting. Didn't break my ratchet. Sweet. And it's not marring up the threads, so that's good. So far, not marring up the threads. It looks good. That is, I think, one of them lock nuts, though. Okay, that's pretty much loose, so I'm just going to leave her like that. So I don't take her apart before I take her apart. Sweet! Alright, that didn't work too bad. Let's get this fella ready here now. Relieve the pressure. Nice. And we'll take him over to the bench here. Doesn't look like we heard nothing. Just had a little bit of a squeeze on him. Bench is still nice and clean. Gotta enjoy that for a short time. Anyways, let's go have a look here. Okay. Frickin' pinched my sciatic nerve that runs up your butt muscle there the other day or something, and it frickin' kills. But anyways, lifting heavy crud like this really doesn't help a whole lot. So, I'm just going to pull this nut off of here. I think these things would be just kind of loose, although I'm going to take some reassembly pictures. Interesting, there was a bit of cruddy stuff in there, or something, locker stuff. I don't really understand why they think they need to lock those or have them so friggin' tight. I guess you get no leaks here. I'd understand that, but okay, now I'll just take a picture of this guy. The gland, or the bladder, whatever they call those things. This I want to just get up in the air a little bit. You guys in the shot here? I can't tell. Oh yeah. So. Interestingly enough, I don't. Maybe that's not supposed to come off of there. Oh, crap. She's off. We're good. I better take a picture of that, too. Where's my Dewey? Take lots of pictures, eh? Because then you're like, Okay, so there's our piston. And she's pretty heavy. The black stuff itself, oh, there's a little nick there. I don't know if that was there before or what. These things must come off, but you know what? Looking through the bag of stuff here you got me with this kit, I don't think I got those things. Like these black bands, I don't think I've got them. I got this one. That's not right. Blue, what does that say on there? Face up for blue wipers. This side face up for blue wipers. So there's like a wiper seal, I guess, there, maybe there. I got these great big huge things, different thicknesses too, but oh, there maybe for inside of this gland. There's some more seals and maybe a wipers, or that's probably one of the seals there. And I got some more stuff here, but it's more like for the gland stuff here. The bladder stuff, it's not that, so maybe I don't need to replace those. Now how the frig do you get, ooh, I don't know. Those are on there pretty darn good. How do you get these off of here without wrecking them? I mean, I guess you could get under there with your little Dewey there and try not to wreck them, but boy, I don't know. You're gonna definitely mark these up really, really easy. That is one solid hunk of steel. Let's look at the new one here. That's the new one. Now let's see if there's any potential of us. I don't think you'd stretch that on there. These things have got to come off, and then this thing would just slide off, I think. Now why wouldn't he have sent, or the kit wouldn't have that? That's got to be the stupidest thing ever. I wonder if I should maybe send him a message. Send him an email and a picture maybe saying, I don't see these parts in the Dewey. Maybe he'll look it up for me and get back to me. Maybe I'll do that. I'll send him a message. Because I think definitely that's what you would have to do. These ones, I don't know, maybe you got to heat them a bit or something that would make them expand to pull them off. Because I think that one's on there fairly tight too. I don't think you'd want to heat them too much. Very interesting. Seems funny that I didn't get the... So there's like another really specialty one or something. That's all in this thing in here, I guess. Oh, that is going to be a nightmare to get that back on. Oh. Wow, there's also stuff in here I haven't sort of got either. There's a big metal band in here. Well, this thing wasn't leaking, so maybe I'll just throw this thing all back on here, this lever. Maybe redo that outside seal, and I don't know, there's... Holy frig, how do you get those out of there? Because, like, this thing wasn't leaking, so... But inside there's some of, like, these things, but... That one looks like it's metal. Well, maybe it's not. And I got a seal puller for these things, but kind of good to do it while it's apart. There's another seal in there too. I think that's a wiper. That's, I think, this guy here. Holy friggin' crap, how do you get those in there? You must have to jam them in and slap them down. And well, we'll think about that one, but I'm going to send him a message and maybe a couple of pictures here. The John Deere guy, that is. Okay, so I fired him off an email. I sent him the pictures and stuff of the stuff I've got and the stuff I don't have. And see what he says. He might go back and probably talk to his tech guys in the back there about... because he's just the parts guy, right? So he doesn't He can find you all kind of parts, but stuff like this he probably doesn't really know a whole lot about. I need a new towel. Yeah, and then I don't know, this gland thing's not leaking, so I don't really know if I should tear it apart or not. The rod feels good. There's no nicks or dings, or there's a couple little scratches here, but it's not that bad. Hopefully it's not bent. I doubt it. That's a freaking big rod to bend. But this guy, I don't know. Well, that didn't go on too bad anyways. So those things are sealing from the inside, and these are the gaskets and seals from the outside. I think I've got all of them. I think. And there's two rubber dewies and then a little skinny orange dewey. I don't know why the orange dewey. It must just make a little bit better. I don't know. But I don't know. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What do you guys think about that? I don't know if I should even bother really doing this now yet. So it looks like there's the blue. It's a blue one with a little bit of a lip. It would have to be one of these flexibly ones so they could squish in and then snap in. So I think that one's there. Okay, and then there's another bluey one that looks like, oh, I think it's this one actually. Yeah, that one there. Okay. That snaps in, it looks like too. This actually probably should really come out of here pretty easy. Oh, I almost had it, you dirty bugger. There. Yeah, that one just comes out just like that, so that's easy. So there's that one. I don't know, I probably will do them, but I just want to clean this guy up here a little bit. Oh, you know what I should do? Huh? Get all these new ones in, take it back. Yeah, I don't need this kit now. I didn't bother putting these in. I wonder how many people try that. They look at it, it's like, dude, that thing's supposed to be blue and it's actually brown. That's not good. So that thing would probably need an all big clean out. But anyways, I just want to try snapping this back. Woo, in here. Hey, that's not too bad. Well, maybe we'll do it. Not today though. I want to make sure he touches back base with me before I go kind of too much further with her, but well, you know, I guess that thing, I'm pretty sure I got all the bits for that. I got that guy there. The kit does contain other stuff that we don't need. Oh crap, you know what I wanted to do when I had that out? I wanted to see if that was a casted in ring there or if it's a ring that comes out behind this thing. Oh yeah, it's part of the casting. This thing that holds this band in here, I think it's this band. Fits down inside of there. That's a tight fit for that guy. Whew. Wow. Oh, that's going to be a dirty thing to get out of here too, I think. Depends if you can get behind it or not, I guess. Oh, it's like really close. I got another little screwdriver here somewhere. Now I need like 20 hands. See what I'm working on here is this little band in here. I don't know if you can quite see it, but there's a split in it there. Oh! I got her. I think we got her. Nope, it fell back in. Dirty rotter. No, don't fall in again. If I can just get her to slide right out of here, she'd be all good. Well, she's definitely on her way out, anyhow. There. Whew, a little rusting behind there, surprisingly-ish. A little bit of rust. A little bit of rust. But anyways, yeah, it looks like she's lost a bit of spring. It should be, you know, definitely lost a bit of spring, so that's probably worth rebuilding. You're gonna think I'm nuts, but I want to kind of mess with the old parts here first. That's simple, easy peasy. Easy peasy! You know, mess with the old parts first before you start trying to figure out the new parts, and then you end up frigging up the new part. That's actually pretty slick, you know that? I didn't get a good picture inside of here though. And then the outside, yeah. Alright, well, I'll wait for a few minutes to hear back from him. I'm getting all greasy and oily now. What the heck? What's up with that? So one major thing, you don't want to forget to put this guy on first. Because he's the last one to go in that snaps in the end of that cylinder. And that's going to be a bit of a pig, I think. I'm not going to like that too much. That's going to be really crappy. But anyways, there's the hardened bushing that they have in here. And it feels pretty good for all the work that this thing's done. There's a little bit of, looks like surface pitting in there. Right next to where the grease comes out too. And you believe that, eh? The rest of it, nah, there's a little bit down there too. But, you know, overall, she's not too bad. It's actually sitting out this side a little bit compared to this side. I don't know if that's a big problem or not, but that you would probably have to heat up this cast a bit, I think, or maybe just press it out with the press. If you ever had to replace that, but you likely would never have to. I would imagine the little rod that goes through here that pins everything would probably wear out before this thing would wear out. So, yeah, pretty cool. Even a part number on there. D, H211928. 28. Almost got her. That looks like it wasn't tracking straight either, or something's not right here, because it's not too bad up here, but it's starting to actually wear into the cast down here. What was that other side looking like? Yeah, the same thing over here too. It actually has wore this bushing a little bit here, so geez, maybe the rod is bent. I don't know. You'd have to put some kind of straightening thing on it to see if it was bent or not, but who knows, it could have been a manufacturer flaw too. But anyways, that is one heavy, ow, hunk of steel, my goodness. But that's what you need to take the abuse, I guess, right? So, haven't heard from him yet. I don't know whether I will, maybe today or not. Friday. He's usually pretty good at getting back, but yeah, like there is other stuff. This side face up for green wipers. This side face up for blue wipers. Maybe that's a drive-in thing or something. No, it's the same size as the thing. I don't know, the kit did say something about this kit contains items for other applications. Yeah, I think it was this little sheet here. Because of design changes, extra parts may be included in this kit. Do not install more parts than were originally included on your machine. Well, so like because you're too lazy to put the proper kits together, I got to pay an extra like $50 for parts I don't even need. Are you kidding me? I don't know what this one was. Got like a special little blue thing on her, white little band and everything on it. So I don't know. I don't see that anywhere in my stuff. I don't think I need that one. I think I need that one, and that one for that. And then the other kit is here for the outside of this one, which are fairly quickly replaceable. And yeah, I think I'm going to need all of them except this little skinny O-ring. I don't see a little skinny O-ring on there anywhere, so pretty simple really, just the two blue guys. This one might be a little more of a challenge to get out of here. But anyways, I pretty much had her rebuilt there. I should have just done it, I guess, but I don't know. I want to hear back from them first. But anywho, kill a few more minutes here. I rigged up a boom holder for the feller here. You guys will probably laugh at this. Let's get under here first. Boom holder. I had a strap that had ripped. So I'm like, hey, Now it'll hold its weight up without bending the bar here, but if you, of course, you know, it would just bend it right into a pretzel. But you know what? She works. It's holding a bit of pressure there now, so she's not wanting to flop. And when you want to get her off, really, you just had you running. Straighten her up. And let her flop. Now you're good. And when you're done with her, bring her up. Tighten her on. I just kind of take a little slack out of her. And when you, this would be right when you're parking like we are now. And then just kind of do its thing. It'll just kind of, and then it'd be done. That's good. Hold her up. I don't know if the other part's going to sag too. Actually, that other one looks like it's not up where it should be. That's more better. I just wanted to hear it start again. I'm really anxious to get a nice, really cold winter day outside. Leave it out overnight and then try to fire it up in the morning and see how she starts with the glow plugs in it. But anyways, I was up doing a little mess around the other day with it and put a few more hours on it. What are we at now? We're at 5.7. 5.7 hours. Woo-wee. So I was up digging a bit with it and stuff, and it is pretty, I don't know if you want to say gutless, but the curl power stalled out really fast. I was digging some pretty crappy stuff. And what else did I find? Actually, I got digging down almost to the bottom, and I hooked on something and I started bringing it up, and it actually like pulled me forward. I'm like, whoa, crap. So that's why I had to say I don't want to say if it's gutless or just depends what you're doing, I guess, you know. It really, I'm like, holy crap. It didn't like yank me over, but it pulled up pretty good. I'm like, whoa. It was awesome. So that was fun. And I dug down pretty much to the bottom, and she'd be pretty good for digging foundation holes, you know, like for front of these monuments when they're digging down for putting in the cement. That dug a pretty good hole there. I'll go maybe walk up to through the windstorm there and show you. Let's go have a look while we're waiting for our email if he gets back to us. So yesterday I actually used it for some gardening work too, believe it or not. My wife says, "Oh, you think the little machine would fit beside the house here and chop apart these hosta plants and replant them somewhere else?" I'm like, sure. So I pulled up, chop, ripped them out, went with a bulb of stuff, dug a new hole, and planted them in, squished them in, away we went. Worked good. So this is what I dug yesterday. It took me, I wasn't going stupid at it, so probably was messing around, probably 20 minutes, half an hour. And that there pile is probably about 4 scoops, maybe 5 scoops of my big tractor. So, and with the little guy, I don't know, there's probably 90. I don't know, 70, 80. But anyways, I just dug a little trench. So that's basically like what a foundation hole looked like. Maybe not quite as long, but you know, I was sitting, you can see where the tracks were there, so I was sitting and digging, and then you get the swoop, right? The swoop of it, so you can see the swoop, and you'd have to get down there or get closer to the hole and start chopping. But I was hitting something on this back edge here that was just brutal, and that's what was flipping me up. But it did a nice, pretty good, nice hole. 5.7 foot, I think they say that is. So funny enough, the rain we got, you can actually see the ground is like crackling here a bit and ready to kind of into the thing. So probably shouldn't be standing too close, but there we go. So 5.7. My big tractor goes 10. They say 10.1 feet. So that's pretty awesome. But rocky, crappy dirt, eh? And down in the bottom of the hole, there must have been some garbage thrown here at one time. I forgot to look at this yesterday. I actually found a KFC packet of vinegar. It's getting thin, but it hasn't rotted through yet. I was wondering if there's a date on it. No date. But it's still like holding vinegar. And I'm not eating it. No freaking way. Oh, nasty. Good old kernel, eh? Gotta love the kernel. Oh, look at the rain we've had here today too. Just brutal, eh? Like, talk about slimy mud pit stuff today. It'd be freaking awesome if, you know, you're in the slimy mud. But anyways, I'm gonna head her back to the garage and see if we got an email yet. Okay, so he sent me the service manual pictures of it, and this is what we've already done here. Remove that snap ring. Push that feller in. There's the groove showing you that. And then you put your little strip of stuff, see, in the little groove. Then pull the gland and everything out. We did that. Now, interestingly enough, there's the picture of the piston and that little Teflon ring, they call it. Okay. Now, if we go to this one, they're showing, you know, clean the inside of the barrel of the thing and make sure the groove's clean and stuff. What's he doing here? All parts must be. This is O-ring. I don't know, that seems different. But here they're saying use a plastic tie wrap, you know, like the zip ties, and then use that as a pulling device to pull the thing off. Okay, but if you look at the piston here, those black things are off. That's what I said to him, like, I'm gonna have to wreck these things to get in there to get this thing off. And he's like, oh no, you don't take the thing off, you don't take those off. I'm like, but the picture here shows, well, that's that nut thing again. The picture here shows with no black rings on it, so I don't know. I'm kind of flabbergasted right now on this. Because here, when they take the piston out, the black rings are on it. So I don't know. Okay, so I sent him back another Dewey there to ask him, like, maybe you're supposed to warm it up or something. The guy in their tech guy in the back says, no, you don't take those off. I'm like, well, how the frick do you get, pardon my French, a tie? How on earth would you get a tie strap in there? And these things are, you know, shoulder right up against there. There's no extra room. You can't squeeze it off. If you put anything under there to jam it, you're going to wreck these things. So I'm wondering if you got to warm it up a little bit. That'll maybe make these things a little elasticy. It did say in that manual to put this in some fairly hot water, and it makes it a little easier to stretch over and snap on when you're reassembling. So I'm like, well, that doesn't help much. So I don't know what to say, rather, or what to say, what to do. Maybe get it good and warm or something, and then you know, not necessarily with a torch, but maybe warm it up in some really hot water, and maybe you could get these things off a little easier. Oh, you know what?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna wait till he comes back to me again. Well, I actually can slide these things. Hang on a sec here. Well, I think if I did warm it up a bit, it would probably loosen those enough I could just peel them off. But it feels to me like there is another ring or something under this guy. Now, which one it would be, I don't know. Wouldn't be a very big one anyways, but it feels like there's something underneath this yellow band too. Like it feels deep in there, so I don't know. I'm gonna keep working at this thing though, and maybe I can actually get these slid off here without wrecking them. Okay, so I'm just lightly heating this thing up a little bit here. I haven't had any luck getting the bands off, but what I did do was able to soften the one up in the middle enough that I could, that I could get her tie strap in there anyway. And there's another big rubber guy down there, which I don't think I have that either. Holy crap. At least I don't think I do. Shut this off for a minute. Let it cool down. That might be it there, actually. Say that's it. That's good. Okay. That's the old. I see it. Just to warm it up in some hot water. The new guy here definitely stretched her out, that's for sure. I don't think that'll fit on without getting a bit of stretch. So, anyways, we got her apart. We got her apart, not too bad. Didn't have to take those things off. And I don't think I marred her up anywhere, so it wasn't too bad. I just had to take the initiative and jam her. So we did. But piston itself looks pretty good. Yeah, so that is the new guy, and they say put everything together dry. Okay. Holy crap. Huh? Ow! Whew. That one is quite a bit. Kind of need some kind of hot watery system, I guess, for that. They say to get it on quick too. Don't let it, you know, what did they say in there? Something about get it on really quick before it cools, because I guess she starts to solidify and then shrink again, right? So I don't think this is like a hard, they say it's Teflon ring, but that one is definitely stretched now. So I guess that's a bit hot for it, but I got it off all right. But getting this one back on, yeah, we're gonna need to warm that. I don't have hot water down here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do now. All right, so yeah, the heat gun worked pretty good there. I'm probably going to get some kind of hot water for that, though. I feel a little better maybe using hot water instead of the heat gun for this thing to put the new one on. And we should be able to get her flattened in there and done up pretty good. But I think that was what was going on with the cylinder. It's kind of hard to tell. You'd have to put a micrometer on these things, but I think this the old ring here is just wore thin. It's kind of sort of hard to tell. I think how many times this thing's been in and out of that cylinder, you know, every time you curl and open the bucket. Oh, like hell, that's hundreds of thousands of times. So for all that is, that sealing there, is this thing really between the two sides, like, you know, the push side and the retract side, that's pretty freaking darn good, let me tell you. Holy crap. Now these might be doing a hair a little bit too, but not likely a whole lot. This is the one that's doing all the actual pressure, holding back the pressure too, right? So that's pretty darn good. But anyways, we'll finish rebuilding that guy maybe next week. I've had enough for this week. I'm going home. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get some hot water. I know one way that I can get some hot water. Fire up my old engine, let it run for an hour. That'll get us some hot water. Put some water in the hopper and let her warm. Might have to do that. I don't have water down here. There's no water turned on now down here. I'd have to bring some from the house or what. I don't know, but I got no hot water, so I can do that. Let that thing run for, you know, an hour or so. That'll be good. Probably when that water is good and steaming, I'm sure that'll be lots. So maybe we'll have to do that next week there, and then snap that ring on real quick, and the piston will be done. And then we'll work on that bladdery gland sealer nut thingy, whatever they call them. With all those new bits and pieces in, that looks like it's going to be pretty easy. Pretty easy project, really, if you kind of know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, which I didn't really know what I was doing at the start there, it's like, what the frick is going on here? And it's, you know, once you have some instructions or some literature on it, it makes it a lot easier, so, you know, but I don't know, sometimes that doesn't help much either, because they show you these pictures and it's like, this doesn't even, like, their rendition of the thing doesn't even look like it, you know, but which some of the instructions that come with that seal kit didn't look like it at all, so I'm like, what the frick are they even talking about here? But anyways, that is it for today. Yeah, next week we'll get working on that, get some hot water made there. All I need is, like, probably dip that thing for like 20 seconds and then heat her up, snap her on. But anyways, we'll try that and then see how that works, and then we'll have a nice rebuilt cylinder ready to go for the next time, which, you know, maybe we'll never need again, who knows, right? But anyways, I'm home, banging dirt out of my boots. Apparently lots of dirt out of my boots. And we'll catch you later. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good, and we'll catch you later.